Hi guys, and welcome to the DIY channel. Today you're in for a treat. We're going to be installing a 50-gallon hybrid water heater. And the reason why I chose this is because first, energy saving. Second, you can monitor the water heater, the usage. You still have a standard water heater, but in this case it has a heat pump on top of it. So it's going to help me cool my garage. I live in South Florida. It's usually about 91 degrees in here in the summertime. It gets kind of crazy. I do have a 2-ton air conditioning in here, but sometimes I come in for a 15-minute job or, grab a few things. It's going to keep it cool. It's going to take the humidity out, which is, lovely. South Florida has horrible humidity in the summertime. It's always raining. So sometimes you come in, I'm going to work on my bikes or whatever the case may be, and it's going to keep it cool, year round, which is great. So I'm very happy about that. You could pick these up at Home Depot for about $1,200 and change. They have different sizes. If you want a 60 or an 80, that's a lot more money. So I think this is perfect for me. It's only 3 people in the house, so I think 50 gallons is perfect. So also, if we do have a pool, so if we have a lot of people come over, I can switch it over to a regular water heater and it'll heat up a little bit faster. The great thing about this unit is that, since it takes out humidity, cools the garage, it takes a little longer to heat up the water. So like I say, if you have a lot of people coming in, you can switch it over. It's fantastic, 10-year warranty, which I love about that, and you can pick it up locally at your Home Depot nearby. You can probably order it online. It might cost you a couple bucks more for shipping, but it's all up to you. But here we go. What I did was, since we did the epoxy flooring, I got rid of the old water heater. I put a tankless for the meantime, but I keep on taking the breaker because I haven't done the new lines. I was going to go originally with the tankless water heater, which is, a little bit less than this one, but I love the fact that it cools my garage. So since I'm always in here, this is my little place of relaxation. I figured, hey, if I could save approximately $480 a year in energy costs, and enjoy the garage more often. We have a ping pong table that we put out here sometimes and we could play. If I need the extra cooling, I do have the split unit, which helps me cool the garage if I wanted to. But sometimes, if it's 90 degrees in here, it'll take 15 minutes or so to cool the garage. So this way it's always cool all year long, and it's a win-win for everybody. There is a little bit of a noise issue with it. I have the laundry room next to it, and then the master bedroom. So I'm going to put a little bit of a double-sided carpet rubber under it, so it kind of absorbs some of the vibrations, if any. There are some complaints about that. So if you have it, back to back to a bedroom or a master, you might kind of want to make sure that you're okay with that. So my idea is to, make it work from 6 a.m. In the morning, and then when we're up, and shut it off and maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, which I'm not going to be using it anyway. We don't take showers in the morning, only my son, since he swims, when he comes in sometimes. So, I'll shut it on at 6 o'clock in the morning, but for me, that'll work. And it's great because you can have a built-in timer. The old one that I used to have, I had a manual timer on it. So this way I can control it. Let's say if I'm coming from the beach or I want to take a shower in the middle of the day, I could log in with my phone and turn it on, which is awesome. So it's a win-win for everybody. Like I said, it is a little bit more expensive than your regular, 50-gallon water heater. You're gonna spend basically double, but you will get the cost out probably 2 years into it. So once you own it for 2 years, the cost savings on this water heater will definitely benefit you. And from that day on, once it pays for itself, then it's great. There are some possible issues with it, since you do have a running heat pump there. You could have a little issue with the fan noise or anything like that, but this is a garage, so I'm not going to be sleeping in here. Like I said, I'll shut it off in those hours that I'm going to be sleeping, so that way the noise doesn't bother us, if any. But those are some of the little complaints about the unit that it has. But other than that, I'm super happy. We just replaced the central air conditioning with a Rheem. Super happy with it. So quiet, you can't even hear it. I'm not even used to it. I'm used to sleeping with the noise the whole night, so it's but I'm getting little by little used to it so many years. But it's amazing though. I've noticed the extreme cost of cost savings just by you putting the new air conditioning on, and I can't wait to see the cost savings and versus the old 80 gallon. Like I said, 3 people in the house, 80 gallons. I think it's kind of more than what we need, but we do have long lines. The bathrooms are far away, so I think 50 should be fine. So let's go. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to put all the links below. If there's anything that I could help with, let me know. Thanks. Let's go. All right, here we go on the moving on the pipe. This is for the pressure release on the water heater. I'm actually going to use it also for the water condensation line. I thought I was going to be able to just pop a hole on this concrete wall outside, but actually that's the foyer of the exterior of the house, so I'm not going to be able to do it. I will have to push it all the way back there for it to land on the bushes, so I didn't want to see that pipe on the floor. So I think the cleanest thing to do is I'm going to move this sucker down somewhere around here. I would like to put a little mud ring here somewhere. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring it here or maybe move it a little bit to the left. But yeah, that's kind of ugly with the tape there anyway. But all right, so let's get it cracking. Great, so I just noticed this. I'm glad I opened this up. Looks like it's been leaking for quite a bit. Nice and wet there. You can tell here too. And it's been corroding the pipe for a while now. So I'm kind of glad I did this. So what I'm gonna do is I might have to move these over might move this one over and maybe this one over here or something like that. So since the water heater is going to be round here, I could move the pipes to the side. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, look at that. Ooh. Nice and wet. Time to do some fixings. These are the skeletons in the closet you never get to see. So that's why I had mold here. I had all this here. I can see still some in the wood. Put some bleach on it. So I got the house from here down. It was all, a little bit of surface mold there. Put some bleach on it last weekend. Now I know why. I thought it was just a leak from the sink that's behind this wall. But another thing. This is old CPVC. I don't like this old stuff. This crap cracks when you cut it, so I'm gonna cut a little lower, put a little elbow on it, and possibly come out through here, or maybe a little lower just in case. But I hate this old stuff. I know the newer stuff is better, but this, you try to cut it and with the blade and it just cracks. All right, here we go. 10 times faster, but I'm not I don't solder every day, so professional. A lot of prep work for this stuff to be nice and neat. So basically, I have to reduce it there to 1/2 inch, 3/4. But ran all night, no leaks, so everything looks pretty good. Hopefully, won't ever leak again. We'll go from there. All right, she's in position. I think that's exactly where I'm going to put it. Obviously, you have the vent. This is where the outlet comes out of. This is where the cool air is going to come out. So you don't really want to put it against the wall. Even though it's no big deal. But yeah. So you got the filter up here. We can't block this. I'm hoping the cable it's going to be long enough. It looks like it might not be. So I'm going to have to put something there. The junction box there. Interesting. I'm glad I just noticed that. So yeah, if it doesn't reach here, which I doubt it, I have to pull on it once I disconnect it here. But yeah, I will go here. You get the controls up front, and you have, the pressure release. You have the hot outlet. You have the condensation line here, and then you have the inlet in the bottom. So I'm gonna try to make it as pretty as possible. So I put a little bit of carpet on the bottom, like a double-sided carpet down there, so you can absorb some of the vibration, if any. I believe some of these little motors have a little vibration in the compressor inside. And then this is gonna be, it's got rubber on it, so it'll isolate some of the vibrations through the pipe also. I didn't want to put it straight into it and then weld it. One day I need to clean it out or do something with it, replace it, take it somewhere. It's easy to just remove these and take it somewhere for service or whatever the case may be. It'll be easier. This is the garage, so obviously the actual garage, the water goes at an incline or a decline. So I didn't get a pan for it, just thought it would look ugly. This way it looks a little cleaner. Nice little look. So it looks pretty sweet. I'm happy with it. Obviously that tankless water heater will be gone So I'll have nice little space up there if I want to put a cabinet or something like of that sort. That doesn't get in the way of the door. I could easily open the door with no problems. I might be able to probably go a couple inches. I do notice it's at a little, incline there. But this water heater is not going to go anywhere. And I don't have any children, so I don't think they're going to tip it over once it's full of water. It should be fine. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the math on the pipes that I need. I normally don't use CPVC, so I have to get some fittings and figure out, maybe I might put a 90 on this so it comes up this way, because these things are flexible, but they're they have a nice curve to it, so I don't want it to hit the wall. So I might just put a 90 on it so it could go up, and the same thing as that. So put a 90 on it so it could go, I could put the hose this way, and then I'll bring the copper pipe to right here, and then I think that should be good. I think that should be good. So this is the inlet, so I need to have access to, I'm gonna put the valve on it, the shut-off valves, but this actually has it already, so I don't need to buy it. These compression fittings, I have the tool for it, so I could take it out and maneuver the pipe wherever I want it to go. But other than that, I'm super excited. Can't wait. I mean, we're in the winter right now, so it's not going to really benefit the garage as much. Like today, it's like 60 degrees outside, so I don't really need cool air in here as much. I just turn on my little trusty fan. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna mock it up everything, and before I glue everything together or put all the pipes together. So the idea is to make it as close to the water heater as possible. I don't want like pipes sticking out. Like for instance down here, I ended up getting the stainless steel, just to kind of like match it, with the stainless steel. Looks kind of nice. I don't know why they put a brass fitting on the ends, but whatever. So I kind of like wanted to look like that. So I'll bring the pipes exactly to more or less there. And but I think the hose that I have up there, since this is the inlet, I have the one with a valve on it, so I have to use that one. But it's getting late, so tomorrow. But this is kind of like that look I'm going for, nice and close to the water heater as possible. Like I said, I don't want this, the hose sticking out this way like that. The same as here, same thing, stainless steel, 3/4 inch, street elbow, either going down or going up. Maybe I just go down and kind of like have all the pipes in this area, so this section here looks cleaner. And so that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna present all the PVC together and see where that's gonna take me. So then once I remove, I think these are a little longer. Yeah, this is a little longer than the one there. I think this is 16, the one there is 12. So these are 2 16 inches. All right, so I got all the fittings that I think I need. Then I just return whatever I don't use. Oh, a little paper cut. And these things are sharp right on the edges. I always wear gloves, and look, just one little thing. Gee. And it's like on the bending area, so it's gonna like, everything's gonna land there for like a week. Annoying. Same thing here, so I'm gonna bring this down, put a T on this, ow, and head that way with a 45, bring it this way. So I got all the materials pretty much ready to go, so I'm just gonna kind of do it in the morning. It's getting late Sunday, so, and then I don't want to do it, but if you run into any issues, you got to run to Home Depot. It'll be closing in a couple hours. I like to take my time. I don't do this like in a speedy thing, so slowly, surely, think about it twice and cut once, I guess. But I'm super excited. Just want to make sure that everything looks the way I want it to look. Maybe I'll even, if I could just go that way, give it an even nicer, cleaner look. Put a 45 here and join it at the back. I'll play with it and see where it takes me. And you could do the same thing depending on where your water is coming from. Like I have mine back there, and I had moved it because they were right here, and I didn't want nothing on top of this, So once I get this cover on it, then we'll get the flex, the flex coming out of this. Should be enough there. Whatever I have a cover for. So then I got the 90 here elbow, and it'll go in there. So I'm just hoping that the cable's enough. I think it is. I think it is. I might move the water heater maybe like an inch back, but man, I'm excited. Can't wait. Looks pretty good. Super. All right, let's keep on. All right, guys. I got a little idea I wanted to do. So I got everything mocked up. I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna paint it gray. Kind of like to match the water heater. Kind of like an electrical pipe, but so the CPVC is gonna be painted. I cleaned it with acetone, get it ready to go. All right, there we go. This gray paint looks pretty sweet. Look at that. So, get the other pipe done too. Just a little touch. One of my craziness. You need the color. It's Rust-Oleum. Alright. There you go. Charcoal gray. 7784. And it's gloss. So it looks pretty good. Next to the heater. Two-toned. So it's gonna look sharp. Alright, cool. All right, here we go. Took me a bit, but all the copper is done. CPVC is done. I should have gone with CPVC instead of copper. It takes me a little longer, you know, all these bends and things like that. But it is what it is, you know. I wanted to just continue everything the way I should have been. But yeah, I think next time we'll just do CPVC, which actually will work with these compression fittings very, very well. But you know, I wanted that. The only thing I kind of missed on this was the cable. A little short. I was gonna extend it anyway, but you know, the filter kind of gets in the way. I was, you know, you could bend it, but I ended up moving the water here out just a little bit more, so a little 1.5 to 2 inches that I got there, you know, I'm a little short, but no big deal. I needed to make it longer anyway. It was too short, you know. It was one piece. It's not tied up in here. It's like one piece that goes through the wall and straight up, you know. The way it was before, it didn't even have a cover. It was like out the drywall with some fire caulking or whatever it comes with when they built the house. So I'm gonna give it a few more inches so I'm running through here or the back. I'm not really sure, but here's the finished product. Or 99.9% if you want to call it. It's awesome. I mean, I know it's cool outside today, but it's already dropped down at 1 degree in the garage. It was, well, at least this one was 71. Obviously it's right next to it, so it's down to 70. So in the summertime, if you could keep it at 75, 76, I'm happy. Normally it will be like 90, 91 degrees. Obviously you can hear the motor, you got the compressor going, you have the fan. But oh, it feels nice and cool in here. I love it. You know, it's not like, you know, where it bothers your nail, but it's cool. So it's working at the standard 120. It comes at 120, so I didn't want to make it, you know, higher than 120. I think that's enough for me. So if you're just watching the end here, I redid the copper pipes. I used my existing flexible, you know, braided stainless steel hoses. I ended up getting stainless steel elbows and CPVC. So you can see here, I painted it kind of like to match this color, so we have a two-tone, and have the little axis right here, so you can see. Should be water in there. There is. I don't know if you can see it. There's some water already. It's been on for about an hour and a half. The water inside is already super hot, and obviously you need to have your shut-off valve. And so far so good. I mean, it is a little noisy, just like people complained. But you know, it's like having a little window AC, you know, one of those little wall unit ACs in the room. This is my garage. I really don't care, to be honest with you. So I did something on my own. I put double carpet on the bottom, 2 pieces of carpet, to isolate any vibration from the compressor. Some people did complain, so if you touch it, you feel it a little bit. So I did that with the rubber hoses. It isolates, you know, the pipes. The only one that doesn't isolate is this one, but I'm touching it and I feel absolutely nothing that could resonate inside the house. So I did notice that this wall, when I took it out, you'll see you saw that some of the work that I did on there. Obviously moving those 2 pipes that were more this way and moving the CPVC towards the wall as far as I could inside the wall. It's got insulation inside this wall, and I insulated all the pipes, or I think at least the heat, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember right now, but it should be on the video there. So any vibration, it gets absorbed, and you know, keeps it nice and warm, at least on the warm pipe, as far as I can. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little insulation on that one, but I have to buy it. And once I get that done, it's already insulated inside the wall. Redo this. This is one of those like brain farts that you think that you're gonna make it, but you don't. But it's no big deal, you know. I just wanted to get it working. The pipes give me a little bit of a hard time because, you know, you have to give it, you know, a little space back here so you could, you know, remove it if you need to. They didn't want to put it against the wall. Obviously, if you put it against the wall, it's not going to be correct. But so, you know, I think I'm going to cut this a little higher so I could push the hose that way, maybe like up to here, but no big deal. Still pretty clean look. I'm super happy, you know. The bottom hose is the one that's why I purchased these 290s. I think they're like 11, 12 bucks each. Stainless steel. I could have gone with a brass. They match, so yeah, I saw the silver. So I figured, hey, you know, let's just keep it all stainless steel or silver. You know, but you don't have to. Same thing is down there. You know, you got the stainless steel braid, but then you have the brass nut on there. But no big deal. It's I think it looks pretty cool, you know. I'm very, very happy with it. You know, if you stand back, you know, obviously the further you go back, the less you hear the noise. Let's see. Yeah, you can still hear it. But literally right here, look how far I am. I could feel the fan. So what I'm gonna do is, you know, it does have a timer. It has vacation settings. You could set everything up through your app, which is pretty cool. Econet, you download it. But I'm super happy. The garages feel cool. I mean, it's a little noisy, but most of the time I got the music playing anyway. Let's see here. So you barely hear it anymore, you know? No, you don't hear it. And obviously, you see if you go a little lower in the music. Yeah, you hear a little bit. If you go this low, I could deal with it. It's like having an air conditioning in the bedroom. You know, like one of those old style wall units, kind of like that. But I'll take that to have my garage nice and cool all year long and save energy all year long. So this thing will pay itself off maybe in a couple of years, a year and a half, I think. It is double the price of the regular 50-gallon Performance Platinum. I think that one's like $6.99. This one's like $12.99. You know, I got it with a discount, so I paid like 11 and change with a 10% discount. The coupon the Home Depot sometimes sends you through my company, so I was able to save 10%. And it's, so far I am super happy. I mean, I do have this wall unit here. This thing is amazing, 2-ton, and this thing, you can't hear anything at all. Obviously, because, you know, it's not like a regular wall unit that you can hear the compressor inside the house or inside the property. But yeah, this thing is pretty cool. But well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you know, hit the like button. If you learn anything, that's what I'm here for. You know, there's several ways of doing this. This is just my way of doing it. You know, like I said, if you could have done it with a CPVC, you know, less experience. You know, the electrical cables is literally 2 cables and ground, or 3 cables. You know, very simple. So anybody could really do that. Turn off your breaker and you're good to go. If you have a younger house, like maybe, I don't know, 2005 and up, I don't remember the year, you're gonna have CPVC anyway. So you could probably do everything with CPVC if you wanted to. In my case, I wanted to stick to copper. This is what I have, and that's what I did. But enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know. I would do my best to answer. And again, this is Home Depot. They do carry this model in stock. I think this is the updated one that doesn't have the leak sensor at the bottom, but it does have, you know, this little notch here. You take this cover off, it has 2 plugs. I'm assuming one is for the leak detector, and I have no idea what the other one is for, but maybe like some kind of shutter valve or something like that. But That's what that little notch is for, so I opened it up just to make sure. I haven't read the instructions, you know, as men, we don't like reading instructions, but don't tell that to the women. And that's it. Clean install. And like I said, I did move the pipes inside the wall, so you know, in my case, I think they were like around here somewhere. I don't know, yeah, like I think like I had one here, and so they were higher. So I wanted to make it cleaner looking. I was thinking about putting cabinets up there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it or not. I don't know. I'm also posting video on the floor, the cabinets, you know, everything that I've done in here, the AC, the insulation. So stay tuned, subscribe for those. Those are coming, they take a while. I did those before, but I haven't uploaded them yet. I haven't processed it yet. And also the LED, I just added that. So if you want LED down here, I'm gonna put the video soon too, so stay tuned. So it looks pretty cool. Let me turn off the light. All right, here we go. So you come in here sometimes at night, turns on by itself. Just a cool little feature. I'm gonna put LEDs inside the two new cabinets. I just got these I've had before. And yeah, just a little plus. You could pick whatever color you want if you want to change your tools or anything like that. But super cool. You know, I printed this online, so it's not a Craftsman garbage can, and neither is this super awesome compressor from Northern Tools. I just printed it, laminated it, put it on there. If you need a nice compressor, super quiet, I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna be posting that soon too, but it's amazing. I mean, it's perfect. You see, it fits under the bench, and you still have spare space. Got, you know, hose reel. So all that stuff I'll be posting soon. But for now, water heater. All right. Okay, final product. Here we go. So as you can hear it, you can definitely hear the compressor. I have it set at 117. It was a little short. My son took a super hot shower, long, so you know, with the heat pump, it takes a little longer to heat the water. Obviously more efficient. And I had set it down to 117. Yesterday I had it at 120. So wife and I took a shower back to back, and it was, wow, the water was amazing. The shower felt cleaner. I don't know what it was, but it felt so much better than the tankless water heater that we had, that it's night and day. Can't explain it. It just felt amazing. I had it yesterday at 120, so today, you know, I dropped it down to 117, and you know, us three of us took a shower now, and it was it wasn't as hot as yesterday, but super cool. So I finished the electric. So basically, it was a little box that came up here, so you could put a Wi-Fi adapter or something. I don't know what that's for. I can't figure out. Manual doesn't really explain it. Looked ugly, so got rid of it, took it apart, unplugged it from this box. You know, easy to open. Pop this cover. Has a little battery here you could change, so you could keep, I guess, the memory and the Wi-Fi settings. Popped that open, took the cover out, and unplugged it and took it out. I'll show you now. I think I still have it there. And then, so I'm gonna put a nice little cover here. So I redid the electrical. I had to cut the cable, make it a little longer because it's not long enough. And so now I could, you know, take the filter out the other way. It was too straight. But you know, once I put a little cover on it, it looks nicer. You know, I like things to look nice and clean. Did the best I could with the plumbing by adding the 90s on there, stainless steel. Painted this, you know, actually so you can see the water. Pretty basic, you know, that's all exactly what I wanted. So it does make some noise. Obviously you got the little compressor up there. So what I'm gonna try to do is, you know, perhaps put a little vent here, and then up there I'm gonna put like just a little mesh filter, you know, something very fine. See if it'll just make it a little quieter. I mean, again, the garage, who cares? But if you do have, let's say, a bedroom on, like say, on the opposite side of the wall, make sure you put something at the bottom, like a rubber liner, for any vibration, because that's exactly what I did with these hoses. These are rubber, so they isolate any vibration from, like this pipe, I feel a little bit of vibration. So I want to, make sure that, this one a little bit too. So, worse than connects with this, you could just cut it, put the clear rubber hose on it, so you can see where the water's dropping, and it'll isolate the pipe from, the wall. I know that this wall back here has insulation, and I insulated the pipes themselves. Make sure I tighten them real hard. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm super happy. Like I said, yesterday it was 69 and 68. So today it's even cooler in here. So even though it's cold outside, but even when when it's cold outside, still this garage has basically zero ventilation. Wake up in the morning and it's hot. It's like just regular temperature in here, and then you go outside and it's like 55. So this thing is definitely making a big difference in my garage, which is one of the reasons why I purchased this. Obviously, energy saver, and my wife did not want a tankless water heater. For some reason, she kept on complaining about her skin. So, and she took a shower yesterday, no complaints. So she's happy, I'm happy, and that's all that matters, I guess. But there's different ways of installing it. You could go your way, and let me know how it goes, and hopefully you'll like it. But definitely, you could always vent this out and put the vent, the inlet also, you could vent it somewhere. They give you the instructions in the manual. I'm not sure if you could do it to the attic. I'm not really sure about that. I haven't looked into it. So I wanted the cool garage, and super happy, super simple. The Wi-Fi gave me a little bit of issues at the beginning, but then it finally connected, so I'm able to connect with my phone. I gotta do the settings where I could turn it off. I don't hear him in my master. I have the laundry room right there, and then they have open, and then they have the master. But in this case, I don't hear anything at all. But I think you could set it to away, and then it would just shut off, and then you could put it back on home, and it'll start working, let's say like at 6 in the morning. Give it at least an hour, because it does take a little bit longer to heat up in the heat pump mode. If you put it on a regular water heater, then yeah, that thing will heat up in 30 minutes. It'll be good to go. So you can set it up, different settings, depending on your usage. If you have 5-6 people in the house, then you might either get the 65 or 60, I don't remember what size. I know there's one before the 80. The 80 is very expensive if you want to go that route, or you could just always leave the 50, but you could have just use the resistors, and those will heat up a lot faster. I think there's a combinations of doing it on the settings. But I hope you enjoyed it, learned something, and you have any questions, comments, and yeah, I like to do little things, my way, customize. I'm always customizing stuff, DIY. And this is one of those little kind of rigs, if I need to put it in warranty, I'll go ahead and put it back. I think the little box is around here somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. There it goes. All it is a plug. You take this cover out. Oops. You take this cover off, and you put a little device on that. And I think you hook it up to your circuit breaker box or something like that. I don't know. Doesn't really tell you much about it. But some kind of control box that you add to this to control it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, thanks for watching, and enjoy.